Hey guys, today we got another tool video. Cameron's going to be going over his Gearwrench kind of small collection he's been picking up and accumulating to start working with them in a while when he becomes a full-time mechanic. So what do you got?
First off, I started out and I got these Gearwrench ratcheting wrenches. They are a 72 tooth. They're zero offset, so they're just flat. Let me grab a bigger wrench just to show you guys. They're just flat. There's no offset. So if you're ratcheting one way, you have to flip it to ratchet the other. But they are pretty smooth. I've used them a couple times at work, and they're pretty strong. We used them actually in a different video where we went to a junkyard.
Yeah.
And I think a couple other like IS 300 videos and stuff.
We did suspension rebuild on the Camry with them. They were good.
Yes. The only thing is they don't have any nut grip technology like what you'd see on like Snap-on. So this is my one Snap-on wrench. These are equal sizes. As you can see, the Snap-on is actually a little thicker.
In the jaw there, you can see.
But in the jaw, yeah, you can see the little line. That's the nut grip technology. It's basically designed to hit the outsides of the nut instead of the corners. This doesn't have that, but you know they're nice and flat and they work pretty well. So as long as you're not absolutely wrenching on like a smaller like 10 or 12, you know, you're not gonna have any problem with that. The next thing I got was actually this larger half-inch locking extended or locking flex head half-inch ratchet. It's a 90 tooth. All the ratchets are 90 tooth. And compared to other ratchets, these are much slimmer. So the heads on the outside is about the same size as what you'd get with other brands. But as for example, with this 3/8 right here, I have an Icon, which is quite a bit thicker than the Gearwrench. So the Gearwrench is going to be able to get into tighter places, and then the button, like the switch on the back, sticks out way less. And this is just a standard flex head. This is a locking flex head, so if you want, you can have it flexing around all you want, or you can pull the button back a little bit and there's no even resistance. Or you can just flip the switch and it's locked. So you can have it flat or at a certain angle to get around something. These are probably my favorite that I've actually held. I've held a bunch of different brands. Mac and Cornwell are probably my least favorite.
And how much were those?
I think this is the short handle one. I think it's a 12 or 14 inch. I think there's also a it might be an 18 inch, and there's also a 24 inch. This one I think was about $120, so very comparable to some of like the other tool brands. Definitely cheaper than most of the tool trucks. And I think this set with both the quarter and the 3/8 were both together, I think about 120, 150, something like that. And they're very, very fine toothed. Very, very low back drag. Very comparable to like Snap-on or like Koken or something like that. The next item I got was actually this torque wrench. I got this for my birthday. These go for about $190. That's right, yeah. It is an electric 3/8 torque wrench with angle. It is the 120 XP, so it has a like dual pawl, so it has 120 position. Also very low back drag. If I go ahead and put it in the battery, I can show you guys it lighting up.
What batteries does it take?
It takes 2 AA batteries.
Oh, okay.
And it's a nice full metal construction, at least for the most part. So you just press
What's the max torque rating? Like, what's the torque range on that?
So on the side it says the torque rating. It goes from 27 to 135 newton meters, which is, I think it's like 10 pounds to 100 pounds. I think is what it is. Yeah. Right. It says it right here on the case, 10 pounds to 100 foot-pounds, which is pretty similar to this. Pretty similar to the Snap-on equivalent. The Snap-on equivalent is about $700. And the Snap-on equivalent goes from 5 to 125, so it's a little bit more usable. But this one still, it'll show you like when you're getting close to the torque, and then it'll show you when you're right on the torque. It'll show you if you went too far.
And you said it has angle?
The most important part is that's why everybody buys the Snap-on ones is angle. So when you're doing something like head bolts or some
Yeah, you go like
torque to yield where it's like,
45 or whatever
oh, you go
after.
30 degrees twice,
Yeah.
or like, oh, this one's like 50 degree once, or like 180 and then 60. So it's like instead of drawing a little dot on the bolt and then it got wiped off or something, and you don't know where you are and you have to restart. It's, you just set it on there, you get it zeroed out, and you crank it. Oh, you ratchet and you crank it again, and it'll still show the angle. So I don't really have anything to torque right now to show you, but maybe, yeah, you can see if I.
Yeah, you can see
Yep.
that's kind of the warning that it has. Like flashes green when it's good, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And then you just press and hold the power button to turn it off. Turns off, and then it's good to go. I think it also has a auto shut off, and it comes with this nice.
Yeah, that's a nice case.
This is kind of like an injected molded plastic case
insert.
with a pre-cut foam insert. It's pretty nice, and it has enough room so like if you're putting your tools into long storage, like I am for the time being, you can just have a battery taken out of it so it doesn't just corrode horribly, and then just sinks right in there. Closes up real nice. The last item I literally got today was these Gearwrench spark plug socket set. I've had a couple of different spark plug sockets that all suck. None of them want to retain the spark plug. All of them are like rubber. This one also comes in a blow molded case, nice blow molded case, with just like little hinge flap things to close it. When you open it, you have all 5 pieces. So you have what is this? You have one 9/16, which is a little bit smaller. I think this might be what you use for like Priuses. And then everything else is basically the rest of the Toyotas is 5/8, and they're all in these swivel sockets. So you have kind of just a shorter one, and then you have like 2 longer ones. This one is also a 9/16 right here, and then a long 5/8. So this would be like if you're doing like a older V6, you need to get around like the manifold bracket or something. You get in there like this, and it'll still spin, even though it's bent, because it's right on a swivel ball. My mentor has these at work. I use them all the time. They're great. The magnet holds them, and also I think past the magnet, yeah, basically the magnet is really strong, so it'll hold.
Show like the inside, like just.
Yeah, so there's like a little
You can see
ring
the thing
magnet.
way in the back. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but
Yeah.
So it uses a magnet to retain it usually.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I do plan on getting some O2 sensor sockets and on some universal impact sockets in the future. We might show those in a future video when I show my full setup. Other than that, we do have 2 or 3 other
tool
tool videos.
What about the warranty on these? What have you
Oh, Gearwrench is so basically it's kind of the same as Snap-on. So they do have actual tool trucks, but for like Snap-on is, I think a 3-year. I think it's a 3-year power like any electronic tool. I think is a 3-year warranty. But then like the head of it, like the mechanical part, you can actually get like a lifetime warranty. Gearwrench, I think, is 90 days for any electrical parts, and then lifetime for everything else. So this has basically doesn't have a warranty on it anymore, but everything else has lifetime warranty. And it's the same thing goes for like SunX and Astro and stuff, all the other like Amazon and like Husky. Like you basically just contact the seller, or either you contact your local tool truck driver,
like
rep, or if you bought it from Home Depot, you can just go to Home Depot. Otherwise, you just go to like gearwrench.com and just they'll warranty for you. Yeah, right here, lifetime warranty, right on the tool. We do have a few other videos. We have a video on my Mac tools, showing off some pliers and some extensions. We also have a video on my Tekton tools, showing off some pry bars, hammers, and sockets. I plan to have another video showing off some of my Snap-on tools in the future. And other than that, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.